Hello, how are you doing? Thank you once again. Today we dive into another interesting video. Just to talk about the 12 steps you can take for you to set your plan. We're able to exhaust 6 points. Today we'll continue the remaining 6 points and make it 12 points. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I trust this video will be very, very helpful for you and your colleagues who want to set a realistic plan for your career, for your profession, and for your endeavor. But let's sit down to discuss this short step. Now, what are the things, the many steps we want to discuss in this video? One of them is what? Write down your plans physically. What I mean by write down your plan physically is because you have to have a written plan. You have to just memorize, write it down. Every day you need to go through your plans. That also reminds you that you have a plan ongoing, and it will also energize you to put in your best. Let's take for instance, you're a student who wants to make first class, or you're a working class, some ladies or guys who want to achieve some achievement. Write what you want to achieve. Write it physically and keep it close to you. As your eyes glance on it, it will motivate you to put more energy to actualize it. Now the 7th point is break it down. Break the plans down. The plan don't have to be cumbersome. You need to break it down, big and small plans. You start with a smaller plan, then you progress to the big plans. For instance, maybe you want to build your company from 200, build it from 10 employees to 20 employees. So you have to start your big target to have that maybe 20 employees, or you can start with 3 or 4 or 5 employees at a time. Because the way you manage those 3 employees will also determine how you get your bigger plan of 20 employees or thereabout. So you start with a big, small plan, then proceed to the bigger plans. Having to say this thing, the small plans are the blocking step for you to get to your bigger plans. So your plan should have big and small. Start with small while you progress to the big plans. And it's applicable to every field. So going to the 8th point here in how to set a realistic plan for yourself is research and learn. Research and learn is very important. Why do you have to research and learn? You need to learn more about your profession, you need to learn more what you want to do, you need to learn the skills is needed. Every profession in life has a skill that's required. And hence you don't have the skills. You cannot scale to another area. It's not magic. It's something that if you don't have it, you don't have it. So you need to learn more about your profession, learn the skills needed, learn the skill, the requirement, the competency, all is take. So researching on that will help you to build more strong opportunity and for you to actualize your area, because knowledge is power. So when you don't have a sufficient knowledge in that area you want to build on, it may be difficult for you to get there. As a student, want to make first class, research on what it takes. Research on how you can study, research on the techniques, research on the kind of book, research how you can do assignment to get better grades. If you're a working class one who is business or sorry, research how can you improve your daily development plans. That's your research. And every research opens a chapter for you, what you need to do. So research and learning is very key if you want to move forward in your plan. Then the 9th point here is define why. What I mean by define why is define what motivates you. Yeah. You need to define what motivates you. For instance, every decision you make, you should know what motivates you for your goal, for your set plans. Is it the result? Is it the impact? Is it the awareness? So define what motivates you. Why? Why are you embarking this journey? Why are you embarking this thought? What do you want? Why are you so committed? So if you have a good definition of why you're engaging in such activities, it will only fuel your zeal to achieve your result without distraction. So a lot of people get distracted and in the middle of their success, not because they really it has to happen, but because they couldn't be able to define the reason why they are embark in that journey. They couldn't sufficiently define why they are committed to making that progress. So it's very important to define. And definition will also come to what motivates you again, to what the cost you are in. Then the next point is create an action plan. Create an action plan. How do you create an action plan? Action plan, this is the 11 point. Yes, create an action plan. Action plan is what the step you need to take. Action plan is required, is necessary. If you must move forward, action plans are drive or a combination of your aim, your goals, how you can fuel it into your mission. Your missions are being formed through your action plan. What are your missions? So your action plan will define your mission. For instance, somebody who wants to progress, maybe you have a small business you're running to, and every day you give 2 hours or 3 hours into your business or your innovation. And in these 3 hours you slotted for your work. What are the plans you have for your business? It could be 30 minutes study. It could be 10 minutes meditation. It could be 20 minutes reflection on what those people who have done such business have done before. So action plan. Then it could be a step to engage people in that sphere, to ask them the system. It could be a step to actually bring in new clients or to get more educated or sort out more professional consultants in that business. So the action plan you took can actually determine how your result and how fast your result can be. If it's true, for instance, a student, maybe you want to have a good grade, you want to come out with good results. What are your action plan? It could be going to class early. It could be making sure you write all your assignments. It could be making sure that all your assignments will come out with a good grade. It could be also making sure that you participate in class activity. So an action plan is very essential. It's like a concrete plan that you need to ensure you arrive at your goal. The last point, which is the 12th point I want to discuss here, is identify the obstacle. List potential roadblock. Because we can't talk about sources of any kind without talking about the challenges. So for you to progress, you need to enlist the potential challenge you could face in your road to actualize your great potential destiny. What could be the challenge going ahead in your plan? It could be finance, it could be human resource inavailability. So you should be able to identify these earlier enough and plan how to surmount the problem. It's only a problem that's identified and be solved. So if you don't have this prior information on the potential challenges, how can then you resolve it? As a professional, as an entrepreneur, as a student, you should understand what will stop you from making first class, what will stop you from graduating. When you identify this problem earlier, then you can plan how to solve it. So planning how to solve it will then be determined by the identified problem. So these are very concrete things you need to put in place if you want to achieve your plans as you move to your great destiny. And lastly, I want to make a point clear here. This also makes sure you set a plan how to measure your success. Success metric is so important. You need to regularly check the progress you're making in your business, in your study, in your innovation. You need to check the success, and so that if you see the speed you're moving, if it's the right speed, or you need to adjust. So it's better you adjust earlier than for you to stay back and make a huge mistake at the end. Going back to make a correction could be costly. So identify the potential problem, they identify the source, how to measure the sources. Success metric will guide you to see your result is realistically monitored and also achieved at the same time. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have this first time watching this channel, please like and share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. We promise to keep updating you on what you need to do. It's coming in the next video. We discuss more details on the broader issue about how one can actually break through in career, in your journey to fulfill your destiny in a grand style. Thank you and have a prosperous week. Bye from here. Bye.